Alright, so this wasn't the first game, but it was by far the best game, and Kefri got to go soon. So we're gonna talk about Bills Chiefs. Kefri, you just go first. What are your thoughts on that game?
All I want to say is this: the Chiefs' defense got exposed, but I do believe that the overtime rules should be changed because the fact that I was telling Jordan this earlier. When you're playing, let's say it's the second quarter, right? And a team scores, okay? Your defense gave up a long drive and your team scores. That team scores. And then you as the offense go onto the field and then immediately turn the ball over. Let's say you get to their 30 and you turn the ball over. Your defense now then has to get back onto the field after already experiencing a long drive, and then they probably give up another score. That's essentially what overtime is. Like, for the Bills, they gave up a game-tying drive, right? And then immediately lost the coin flip and then put their defense back out there on the field in less than 15 minutes. So they're gassed already, and now they have to defend again. It's just like when you do something like that, it's not a fair opportunity for both teams. You know what I mean? Like, obviously your job on defense is to stop the offense, but they're not superhumans. They're not fucking Superman out there, you know? So I do believe like the overtime rules, especially in crucial games like that, should be changed. Like give them like a mini halftime, you know, 10-minute intermission before the OT starts, not start immediately after. That's just not fair.
I know something else they say too is if the first team scores a touchdown, let the second team have an opportunity to score a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Allen had probably the best game of his career, right? Given like the stage that he was on. And then, I mean, last he was on the field, he took the lead. He ran in that 2-point conversion, gave his team a 3-point lead, never went on the field again, right? So I do think both teams should have a shot in overtime. Sip, what were your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts. I mean, firstly, I thought it was a great game.
Mm-hmm. Definitely
the best game of the playoffs so far. Hopefully, we have more. I mean, obviously, both teams wanted to win. Both defenses played terribly. Like, for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, for me, and I've been saying this all year, the Bills need to get rid of Brian DeBall.
Yeah, I mean,
play calling is so terrible.
You are right. Like, you were saying that. Yeah.
I think in that last drive, when they punted, no, not punted, because they scored. Well, some drives in the fourth. Because at some points, I really thought the Bills were gonna lose in the fourth quarter. And then just crazy.
I mean, it was just Josh Allen making plays. Like, they got really lucky. I think it was it was their second to last touchdown, I think. It was the fourth down strike to Gabriel Davis. Hey, he got lucky. Gabriel Davis, I forgot who the defensive back was in Kansas City. He just broke his ankles, which is why he was completely wide open. And then Josh Allen making a Josh Allen play. I mean, one thing I'll say that like separates Mahomes from, and we're gonna talk about the other young quarterbacks later, but one thing that separates Mahomes from the other guys is he has the perfect coach, right? We don't know if Brandon Staley's gonna be that guy for Herbert. We don't know if Zach Taylor's gonna be that guy for Burrow. We don't know if McDermott's gonna be that guy for Allen. But Andy Reid is that dude, right? He's the perfect coach for Patrick Mahomes, and I think that's why he's seen so much more success early on. So I mean, I'll say that as well. But it was definitely a great game, definitely a classic, best game, I guess you could say this season, outside of maybe the Chargers-Raiders game. But this game had even higher stakes.
Definitely. It was a crazy ending.
Definitely. So I guess, Jad, do you have any opinions on the Chiefs-Bills game?
I think you guys summed it up pretty well.
Okay.
Great game.
Yeah. So I guess we should just like go backwards. So the game before that was the Bucks-Rams game. That game was also something, wasn't it? I remember we were watching it saying like the shit just looked rigged, right? There was no way the Rams were collapsing too perfectly for it to like make sense. So what do you guys think about the game? Any of y'all can go.
Seriously, like, I would say this, like, everyone who touched the ball on offense, not named Matthew Stafford and Odell Beckham Jr., almost lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Akers fumbled, Cooper Kupp fumbled, who else fumbled? The snap, that terrible snap.
Yeah, the one over his
everyone
head, yeah.
not named Odell and Stafford was about to lose that game. And then somehow, now, I remember I said this at the beginning of the game, and I said this last year. I say, if you have a crazy-ass defensive line, like the Buccaneers do, it's going to make your secondary look very good. And that Buccaneers secondary is not good at all. Like, it is not good. It's an average secondary, and that's why Cooper Kupp on that last play, before they got their field goal off, got so wide open. The Buccaneers themselves even told the media, like, I don't know how they got open. I just don't know how you got open. Like, Cooper Kupp literally just ran a fly route out the slot. Like, if the game is on the line, you want to double the guy who can just murder you off rip. And guess what? They didn't.
I think they were running cover zero blitz because I think it was Winfield Jr. who was on Kupp, and it was apparently man coverage. So, I mean, I think they were running cover zero. And then furthermore, I mean, just one thing I want to say about this Bucs team before I forget is, I don't know where they're gonna go from here because Chris Godwin's probably gonna come back, but we don't know if he's gonna come back.
They're not resigning.
They're not?
Yeah, they've already said they're not resigning.
Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, there's Chris Godwin, and then both Byron Leftwich and is it Todd Bowles, right?
Todd Bowles, yeah.
Yeah, the DC. I mean, both of them are gonna get calls for head coaching jobs because both of them have been excellent coordinators the past couple years. So I mean, the team is gonna look different next year. This was really their shot to win it big. And like I said, they almost brought it back, but I guess they weren't able to do so at the end. Matthew Stafford, it would have been crazy, right? Like all the games that people said Matthew Stafford lost because of him, for him to like actually lose this game because of dumb shit that he was doing. I mean, his teammates were doing, like throwing away the game. Like that would be terrible. I mean, that would have been terrible. He was able to capitalize and bring it back, and I applaud him for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I was telling Keffer earlier, because he was telling me how Skip Bayless was saying that he doesn't believe in Stafford and how he's not clutch. I mean, me being a Lions fan, I've seen too many times where Stafford has either let a fourth quarter drive or a fourth quarter comeback or a final drive win. I don't understand where that even comes from.
I think it was during the game. They said something along the lines of, I think he was like number 7 all time in fourth quarter comebacks and game-winning drives. And everyone ahead of him is either a Hall of Famer or going to be a Hall of Famer. So the act as if he's probably the most clutch, not certified first ballot Hall of Famer there is. Like, he is.
I mean, he's I think since 2009, he has over 30 fourth quarter comebacks.
Gee, what was I know we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. What was the year in Detroit where he had like, it was like 9 or so game-winning drives? 7, yeah. That, oh gosh.
Yeah, I think it was 7.
I think it was 7. It may have been. It was a lot. I know that.
Yeah, I got you.
It was a ridiculous amount.
It was a lot. I forget what year it was. I know we had Jim Caldwell. But yeah, I mean that year alone. I mean, not Stafford had me thinking he was clutch. I mean, I've always thought of him as a clutch QB. I don't know where that even comes from in regards to
the idea that he isn't.
Yeah, like.
I mean, I'll say definitely he has his gaffes, and luckily with the Rams, he's been able to win when he has these bad games, like the Ravens game, like the there was another game late in this. But no, the idea that he's not clutch, that he doesn't, because even in that Ravens game I just brought up, he led a game-winning drive.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely he's 100% clutch. And I mean, he showed again today. 2 clutch throws to Cooper Kupp. Yeah, so